Hello everyone, and welcome back. Today we're exploring a film that is absolutely not for the faint of heart. I Stand Alone, or Seul, Contre, Tous, Gaspar Noé's shocking 1998 masterpiece. If you're drawn to stories that dive deep into the darkness of the human soul, then this is a film you need to know about. But let me warn you first, it's not an easy watch. It will challenge you, disturb you, and leave you with questions you might not want to answer. If life has ever felt like a brutal punch to the chest, I Stand Alone captures that feeling perfectly. It makes you nod in recognition, and then shake your head in disbelief. The story begins in the most unremarkable way. A middle-aged man sitting in a damp and shabby room, staring into nothing. No action, no drama, just stillness. And then his inner voice begins to flood the screen. It seeps into your mind like rain leaking through a crack in the ceiling. That voice belongs to Le Boucher, the butcher.
Cette grosse truie de l'abattoir. Je vais le saigner comme personne n'a jamais saigné un être humain.
Once upon a time, he owned a small butcher shop. Now, in his 50s, all that remains is failure, poverty, and a heart overflowing with bitterness. He wanders through the dark streets of France, consumed by anger toward society, haunted by his past, and obsessed with his daughter. A relationship that makes the film even heavier, even harder to bear. For him, his daughter isn't just family. She's the last fragile symbol of innocence in a world he believes has betrayed him.
Y a que des femmes presque là-bas.
She represents love, purity, and hope. But this idealization becomes toxic. His emotions cross boundaries, mixing paternal love with suppressed desire. And that is what makes this film so disturbing. The butcher is not the kind of character you're meant to admire. He's prejudiced, misogynistic, racist, and filled with hatred.
Why?
And yet, Gaspar Noé forces us to sit inside his head, to hear every bitter thought, to confront the rot inside a man who feels abandoned by the world. It's deeply uncomfortable, and that's exactly the point.
Chez les autres crétins, je devrais me flinguer.
Watching this film reminded me of nights when I couldn't sleep, when I replayed my own failures. A dead-end job, a broken relationship. The butcher's voice whispers in a way that makes you wonder, am I really living or just existing? After 20 minutes, I had to pause, breathe deeply, and decide if I could keep going. This isn't entertainment. It's a mirror, and I wasn't sure I liked the reflection. As the film continues, his anger grows louder. Not the kind of rage you shout out loud, but the kind that simmers beneath the surface, like an old wound reopening. And strangely, I could feel it too. That helplessness, the sense that society, with its fake promises of fairness, crushes ordinary people. Noé uses sound to trap you inside the character's mind. Murmurs, breathing, then sudden silence, and you're left alone with your thoughts. He also makes us confront human desire, the impulses we bury deep inside. And when they surface, we're terrified of what we see in ourselves. Visually, the film is raw and harsh. It feels like leafing through an old diary that's been water-damaged, pages warped and stained. The camera shakes, the colors are muted, the silences are long. Everything immerses you in his chaotic state of mind. It's not polished. It's intentionally broken. By the time the film ended, I couldn't sleep. It left a bitter aftertaste, like downing a strong shot of liquor and then lying awake, staring at the ceiling. But strangely, the next morning, I felt stronger, because it reminded me that loneliness isn't the end. It's part of what it means to be alive, part of the raw truth we usually avoid. And this is what makes I Stand Alone so bold. It doesn't offer comfort. It doesn't try to redeem its character or soften the edges. It stares straight into the abyss of isolation, bitterness, and obsession, and it drags you with it. Now I'd love to hear from you. Has there ever been a film that left you shaken like this? A film that made you pause, reflect, or even sit in silence afterward? Share your thoughts in the comments. I read them all. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more deep dives into dark and psychological cinema. Until next time.